Hello, my name is Marnie O'Neill. I am a registered nurse and one of the founders of Far Out Kids. We're in beautiful Costa Rica with Dr. Pablo Ortiz. 2 years ago, my father, Roy Hahn, suffered a near-death experience in the hospital. And when he recovered, he decided to do something different with his life. So we started the foundation called Far Out Kids. I hope you enjoy our story about the children of the coffee. So far, our team, Heather, Lillian, and Martha, have been to Jamaica, Guatemala, and now in Costa Rica, looking for needy children off the beaten path.
Hi, I'm Martha from Far Out Kids. I just got back from Guatemala and I'm in beautiful Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica. Pure Viva Costa Rica.
Costa Rica is truly one of Earth's most magnificent displays of nature. This country has one of the greatest biodiversities in the world, more than North America and Europe combined. The more than 500,000 animal species represent nearly 4% of the total species estimated worldwide, from monkeys and toucans to crocodiles and jaguars. Costa Rica is rich in both culture and commodity, being internationally recognized for its premium coffee-growing regions. It was actually the first Central American country to establish coffee growing as an industry and has helped lead the way for specialty coffee today. Coffee lovers take note, Costa Rican coffee is some of the very best.
I love Costa Rican coffee. Did you know that coffee is one of the largest traded products in the world, right behind oil? Each bean is hand-picked individually. Sometimes those coffee beans are picked by underage children in very harsh conditions.
But this story is not about the cost of labor or the price of coffee. This is not a diatribe against coffee as either a beverage of choice or an economic commodity, nor is it a story about the evils of child labor. It is about good people who come together directly or indirectly in an effort to help close a large chasm between human services and the price of coffee in America, Europe, and Asia. Dr. Pablo Ortiz, Michelle Zalzmer, Samuel Bestrain, and Roy Hahn are a few of these people. For the past 20 years, Roy has been producing live and televised events around the world. His clients were MGM, Wynn, Harrah's, The Palms, and many others. 10 years ago, he produced a television show called Misty Buzz on Paradise. It was about a coffee lover looking for the perfect cup of coffee. He shot the show in the coffee capitals of the world, including Panama and Costa Rica. Besides sampling some of the world's finest coffee, there was one reoccurring theme. There were little children and infants in the fields with their parents, in the blazing hot sun. They had no shoes, raggedy clothing, and lacked the very basics of life, including clean water. They lived in the jungle in shacks and lean-tos.
In his memory, those were haunting images. He promised that one day he would return and tell their story. Well, 5 to 6 years passed, and he had nothing done towards that goal. Then in 2016, he had a near-death experience that caused him to repurpose his life.
Shortly thereafter, he started up Far Out Kids. We traveled to Jamaica, and then we went on a quest to find these kids in Central America. It was a wonderful quest of discovery for him. He learned that sometimes by just doing your job or doing the things that you love, you can change the world. So he reached out to his Academy Award-winning friends, Ray Fredrickson and Albert Rudy, who produced all 3 Godfather movies, Apocalypse Now and $1 Million Baby. Also, he asked 2-time Oscar-nominated songwriter Carol Connors to write the theme song. Carol wrote the inspirational theme from Rocky, Gonna Fly Now. We also reached out to the award-winning Costa Rican producer, Hector de Flora Dobles, to film the Central American segments. Our quest took us back to the border of Panama and Costa Rica, to an area called Costa Bruce, to be introduced to the indigenous Nobe population and their beautiful children, and to Dr. Pablo Ortiz, who has dedicated the last 30 years of his life to these children. He has been described as an angel, a saint, the devil, a Russian spy, and a troublemaker. But he is best known as the treasure of San Vito.
Different products growing in our garden.
Dr. Ortiz told us about a famous humanitarian photographer who was at the right place at the right time. Michelle has filmed indigenous people all over the world and has been recognized and published worldwide.
In essence, in our spirit, I believe that we're all the same.
We learned how these two individuals started a small revolution that helped close the large chasm, and how Costa Rican child labor laws went from one of the worst to one of the best in the world. Through a program called House of Happiness, or Joy, these changes continue to yield miracles every day, as you will see.